This is the intro. Enjoy.
Hey guys, D-Man here, doing another top video. What do you think I mean by top video? I mean like a top something or other. Because I had another top video, and this is a top Steven Universe video, obviously. My first one was the top 7 Steven Universe songs, in my opinion. I'll put that video in the link in the description down below. It's the top 7 Steven Universe songs, in my opinion. It's pretty much spot on, except I might replace number 7 with the new song, Here Comes a Thought. But other than that, it's pretty good still, so go watch it. It's in the description. So, I was thinking of doing a top fusion video. What's my favorite fusion to my least favorite fusion? Or, I should say my least favorite fusion to my favorite fusion. So, there's only 11 fusions, so it's only going to be 11. And this is going to be my least favorite to my favorite. All these can be changed at any point. All we need is a good episode with my least favorite, or all we need is a bad episode with my favorite. And then it can be changed between them all the time. And this is my opinion, so you guys don't have to dislike these guys as much as I do, or like these guys as much as I do. So, yeah. Also, honorable mention to the Temple fusion. We never actually seen her in show, and sadly, we have to see them in show, be fused or fusing. But we never seen the Temple fusion in show. We've only seen her in stone. So until we get back, until until we get a flashback to the Temple fusion, and we actually see her in action, she sadly cannot be on this show. And I'm sure there's going to be future fusions in the future. And perhaps I'll make another one of these, my top fusions, when there's more fusions, like maybe when there's like 15 more, like maybe I'll do a top 15 or a top 20, depending on how much more there's going to be. And perhaps some of these fusions would have changed by then. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. So let's get started. My top 11 Steven Universe fusions, from worst to best. From worst to best. Yeah. Anyways, let's get started at number 11. So, at number 11, we have Giant Ruby. I know there's been 2 Giant Rubies, one with 5 and one with 3, but I'm not going to put 12 fusions on this list and be like, well, I think this Giant Ruby is better than this Giant Ruby, because they're basically the same thing. They're just a big ruby. We already have the best ruby. It's our ruby. The reason why this one's at the very last, at the very tippy top of the lastness, is because it's just a bigger ruby. It has no good design. Well, I guess it has like a ruby design. It doesn't have any good qualities. I've only ever seen them get poofed, really. That's pretty much all they're good for, is getting poofed. It would be really cool to see them actually in action, and maybe to pull out their special gem weapons and combine them all into like a super badass gem weapon. We know that rubies have gem weapons. We saw Eyeball with gem dagger, but we never seen a giant ruby pull out anything. We've only seen them get poofed apart. Which brings up a thing that I want to think about is, what's our ruby's special gem weapon? And what's our Sapphire's special gem weapon? Is our Sapphire's future vision considered her gem weapon? Huh. That's something to think about. Maybe I'll make another video about that. Huh. Yeah. Oh well, back to the fusion. It's just a big ruby, and until we actually see it do anything other than being poofed, it's going to be stuck at number 11. Yeah. Alright, next fusion. Number 10. So, at number 10, we have Rainbow Quartz. A lot of you might be thinking, why Rainbow Quartz? Rainbow Quartz is an awesome character. I'm not denying that she's a good character. She's a good-looking character. She might be cool. But at this point in time, she was only a plot device. She only did ballet, I should say. And she was only a plot device, kind of like Connie was in Mindful Education. When she beat up that kid, that was only the plot device to get to Steven. She's only a plot device to get to Greg and Rose to try to fuse. So that's what Rainbow Quartz is. She's only a plot device until we get to see more of her with, like maybe her weapon or something. Who knows what the weapon would be? Maybe it's a mace. Maybe it's a pizza cutter. Who knows? But until we get to see more of this specific Rainbow Quartz, I can only put her at number 10. And if Steven and Pearl ever fuse and they make a Rainbow Quartz, it's not going to be this specific one. It's going to be a totally new monster, you know? So until we get to see another flashback with a Rainbow Quartz badassery, she's going to be stuck at number 10. Alright, next fusion. Number 9. So at number 9, we have Sardonyx. A lot of you might be questioning this one too. A lot of you might question all the ones I picked, to be honest. But Sardonyx is at number 9 because she just wasn't like... Know Your Fusion made Sardonyx horrible to me. Because Sardonyx didn't do the right thing and ask Smokey Quartz what she was doing. She just said, like, let's see if you could do everything else everybody else could do. It was so stupid. It was just like a character flop moment to me. Of course, this doesn't mean that she can't pop back with another episode that brings her back, you know. But until then, she's going to be at number 9, you know. She's just, she's very... a very annoying character to me. Her voice is fairly annoying too, to be honest. Not to say that I wouldn't like her in a more dramatic role, but until then, she'll be at number 9. Sorry guys, that's where Sardonyx goes. At least for me. Let's go on to the next fusion. Number 8. So at number 8 is who we just briefly referenced, Smokey Quartz themselves. I say them because I don't know what to call them. Boy or girl, I'm not sure. He, she, so I'm just going to call them. So Smokey Quartz is at this point because I just haven't seen enough of her character, enough of their character, I should say. She's got some character flaws. I don't mind her figure at all. I don't mind her appearance. Because I like to call her the burnt marshmallow, you know? It's pretty cool. Although, its clothes should be changed. I think the clothes should be changed. Which brings up another question. What happens to Steven's clothes when he fuses? It seems like they change all the time, you know? And some disappear. That's a question, you know? It's weird. But it has some weird body thing, like its arms connected at the elbow, which is weird. I can live with that. I can live with it having like an arm connected at the elbow, which is kind of weird. I like its weapon. It's a yo-yo, but it's just not the best design ever. The clothing should change. Just. Her personality is more suited to Amethyst, to be honest with you, than Steven. Because Steven is down on himself sometimes, but the majority of the time he keeps himself, like, upper, and Amethyst, like, the majority of the time just, I don't know, she's always down on herself. So the personality of Smokey Quartz is mostly Amethyst, somewhat Steven, but mostly Amethyst. And the thing that bugs me about her the most is the hair over the eye thing, okay? She is meant to fight. They are meant to fight. Why the hell do they have their hair over their eye? It's so annoying. It's like, why the hell would you blind yourself in one eye when you're meant to fight? It's so stupid. It's kind of like Sapphire. She blinds herself fully. It's really dumb. It's really weird. I really hate that when people do that. Like, it's not a good fashion sign at all, you know? Why blind yourself in one eye, man? You have both your eyes, use them. Don't just put your hair over them and blind yourself. I hate when shit gets in front of my eyes. Like, I like to see with both my eyes, man. But supposedly, it doesn't, so whatever. That's why Smokey Quartz is at this number. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Next fusion. Number 7. So, at number 7, we got the Jasper and Corrupted Gem fusion. Why is this above all the rest? Why wasn't it next to the ruby at the end? Let me explain why. It has a badass appearance. It just has a badass appearance, Well, she has a badass appearance, I guess. It looks like a monster. It's really awesome. It just showed how desperate Jasper was to win. And then it led to one of the sadder moments for Jasper, where she's like, no one wants to stay fused with me. And it's kind of like you want to explain to her, maybe if you stop being such a dick, people would actually want to be friends with you and stay fused with you, But you can't because it's a show. It led to one of the sadder moments with Jasper. It led to Jasper being corrupt. Huh. Wait a minute. I just thought of something. The corrupted gem that Jasper fused with ran away, right? And then Jasper started to become corrupt. What if Jasper fusing with that corrupted gem made Jasper corrupt, but made that corrupted gem uncorrupt? Huh. That might be another video idea. That sounds pretty interesting. I highly doubt that's true, but that'd be pretty cool if it started to make that corrupted gem uncorrupt by fusing with it and making herself corrupt. Maybe she took the corrupted sickness. I don't know. But back to the fusion, right? So, it was just this cool arc for Jasper. Really sad moment at the end and really desperate moment at the beginning. And plus it just looks really cool. It looks like a monster, Looks really cool. And yeah, it just makes you think. So, next fusion, I guess. Number 6. So, at number 6, we have Sugilite. This one was a very close one between Corrupted Jasper Fusion and Sugilite. I really love Corrupted Jasper Fusion's episode and the conclusion to it, but Sugilite just won because she shows us a little bit more than Corrupted Jasper did. Basically, Sugilite's episode, I didn't really like that much. Pearl's song in it was kind of cringy to me, mostly because I felt like I was overhearing someone singing in the bathroom. That's what it felt like Steven was doing. He was like overhearing someone singing in the bathroom pretty much, and I was just like, eesh, that's kind of cringy, but whatever. Sugilite's an okay character. Hopefully in the future we'll get some episodes with her in it, and better episodes. But she showed us a lot of things. Now, in most fusions, you can tell that there's two people in there. At least in my personal opinion, you kind of can. Except for Sugilite, she has like a totally different personality. She barely has the personality of Amethyst or Garnet. She's like totally different. Sugilite, and plus, it just teaches us that Sugilite can like take over their like bodies and be like, no, I don't want you guys to come out. I want to be the only one that's out. Which is kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing. It's really cool. It's kind of like, you're not coming out, I'm staying out. It's really cool to know that that a fusion could do that to its gem. To its gems, I guess you'd say. And also, because she did that, she exhausted Garnet and Amethyst, which is also really cool to know that if you do that, you can exhaust the gems that are holding you together, they're exhausted. That's pretty much the only reason why I like Sugilite so much. It's because she just proved those points, and it was really cool, Maybe in the future we'll get more of her. But until then, she's at number 6. And next fusion. Number 5. So at number 5, we have Malachite. I really like Malachite just for the fact of being Jasper and Lapis. And also the story that comes with it, especially the ending of it. If you ever seen Alone at Sea, it's a really good ending to the whole thing. And hopefully in the future, if Jasper ever gets out and actually gets back to normal, we will see Malachite again. Who knows? I would also like to see them fuse with other gems too. That'd be also really nice. But until then, we're stuck with Malachite. Or we're not stuck with Malachite because Malachite's gone. But she's just a really strong gem. Fusion, I should say, not just gem. Well, fusion. Malachite is super strong. She can fly. She can control the water. She has the head thing that Jasper has. There's no fusion of weapons there because Lapis only has like water wings as her weapon or water as her weapon. So it's pretty cool. It's just this really awesome thing. And plus she's goddamn gigantic, you know? Malachite's just a good, just awesome altogether. And I have to put her at this spot because, she just beats the rest of the ones behind her. But the ones in front of her, sadly, she doesn't beat. But Malachite is my number 5. And, yeah. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Number 4. So number 4 is Alexandrite. Mostly because she's the three main crystal gems, the original 3 main crystal gems, put together into a total badass gem. Although she's unstable as hell because she can't keep herself together most of the time. But she is awesome. Did you see that fight between her and Malachite? Holy shit, that bow shot. Just this awesome character. She can breathe fire. She can bring out every weapon that the other fusions have, which is awesome. Eventually, hopefully she'll fuse with Steven, and then they'll become Ultra Alexandrite, or probably something totally different. Who knows? But Alexandrite, all in all, just a great fusion. She kicked Malachite's ass, almost lost, but she did win at the end. So really cool fusion. If she could stay together a little bit more, she probably could have won easier. But, she falls apart a lot because I'm thinking it's mostly because of Pearl and Amethyst. That's probably why she has such a trouble staying together. But yeah, other than that, not Malachite, sorry. God damn it, I forgot the name now. But you know who I'm talking about. She's great, she's awesome, and next fusion. Number 3. Number 3 is, of course, Opal. Opal is just really awesome, and plus she sounds like Oprah, that's pretty cool. But I like Opal because just personal reasons. If you want to know more about why I like her, go watch my top 7 songs of Steven Universe. You'll see her in there, and you'll see me explain it better there. I'm not going to explain it too well here because I do want you to watch that video, although you could just skip ahead in that video, I guess. But it's in the description down below. But Opal's just this awesome character. She's got those bow skills, kind of like Alexandrite. But she's got those bow skills, She's awesome. And her voice is probably one of the better voices, If you ever heard her speak, I really like her voice, I really do. Although she doesn't speak much. I think we only heard her say like one word, if I'm not mistaken. We've only heard her say one sentence, I should say, not one word. But when she said that sentence, holy shit, I really liked her voice. Really attractive voice, really nice voice. Yeah, but she's awesome. She's just an awesome character. If you want to know more about why I like her so much, go watch my top 7 songs. It's in the description. Alright. Let's move on to the next fusion. I think you guys can tell what the top 2 fusions are already. But let's move on to them. Next fusion. Number 2. Number 2 is, of course, Stefani. Stefani is just made out of two great characters, Steven and Connie. Probably some of the best characters in the whole episode, in the whole show, I should say, not the whole episode. And I do like that we're seeing a lot more of Stefani, and she can kick ass, and she's getting more powers as we go along. I do want to see her progress more and more and more, or them, I guess, because she's another. They're another one of. I don't know what gender they are. They're he or she. I don't know. Maybe they have a dick and vagina. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But I love Stefani as a character because it's another. It's just they're great as. It's great. I can't explain why. It's just a really good character, you know. Stefani is just awesome. They're getting more powers more and more. It's just awesome. I can't wait to see her kick more ass and just do more things. And I hope we do get to see that in the future. Because Stefani is Stefani, and she's awesome. So let's move on to number 1, shall we? Stefani. And this was a close between number 1 and this one and Stefani because they're pretty close in my books. But Stefani, she loses out just by a small margin because the next one, you should know who it is. I'm not going to spoil it though. But Stefani is pretty awesome. I love them as a character, and I really do want to see more of them, especially more kicking ass. And maybe even a fusion between Stefani and Lion. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Stefani and Lion fuse. That'd be really cool. Alright, let's go on to the next. Number 1. So, at number 1, of course, we all saw this coming. It's the original fusion. It's Lion. Lion is a fusion between a lion and pink hair dye. He's the best character in the whole damn show. He's unbeatable by any other gems. He's just awesome. You know, he has awesome powers. Who wouldn't want a pet lion that has awesome powers? I'd want a pet lion that has awesome powers. He could take me anywhere in the world because he has those warping powers. He could even take me anywhere in space because he has those warping powers. He's awesome. I want a pet lion. But, yeah, that was my countdown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, peace. Okay. Just joking. Obviously, it's not Lion. Lion's not a fusion. At least, not that we know of. It's obviously Garnet. Garnet is the best fusion because she is the original fusion that we've ever seen. And plus, she is the best original gem out of all three. I'm saying Pearl and Amethyst in this. She's the best one out of all three in my personal opinion, just because of her personality and stuff. I could explain why. Mostly because Pearl is very selfish. She's only doing this for Rose, although she does care about Amethyst and Garnet and Steven. But mostly she was doing this for Rose, but now she's moving on. If you ever seen the recent episodes, she's moving on, and hopefully that will make her a better character. But until that happens, she's still kind of in that camp, but she's getting better. Amethyst, I've always seen her as kind of like an angsty teenager, because sometimes she's like having fun, sometimes she's beating herself up, and sometimes she's just being a bully to other people. And the majority of the time, it ends up in violence. For some reason, for Amethyst, it always ends up in violence. Like, she always got to fight somebody, like Pearl or Steven. Although it wasn't like, I guess it was consensual with Steven. But, you know, whatever. She's always like this angsty teenager, even though she's over 100 years old. We saw her in Buddy's book. Come on, she's over 100 years old. So it's kind of weird that she acts like that. Hopefully she'll get better character development in the future. I mean, we've already had 3 arcs with her. How many more do we need before she gets to be a better character and she stops having all these mood swings? I mean, Jesus Christ, Amethyst. God damn it, grow up. But, yeah, that's why I don't like Pearl and Amethyst. Although I do like them, they're not my favorite gems. But But that is why I like Garnet, because Garnet's just like this cool down attitude. You can see her emotions, and plus, when it really comes down to it, she really does have those other emotions too. You've seen it in a few episodes, but most of the time she keeps them controlled. Kind of like me. I guess that's why I relate to her so much. I keep my emotions more controlled. I mean, I have fun, I laugh around stuff, but my anger and shit, I keep it more controlled. I'm more like, I can keep it controlled. And that's what Garnet does the majority of the time, and that's like me, so I guess that's probably why I like her character so much, and probably why she's my favorite out of the original 3 gems. Yeah, that's probably why I like her character so much, and one of the reasons is because she's the original fusion, and we didn't even know it, you know? Sorry for that little jump cut there. As I was saying, her and Stefani were very close, but at the end of the day, I had to pick the original OG, the original fusion, and we didn't even know it, Garnet. Very close, but Garnet wins out at the end. So, I hope you liked this video, so leave a like, leave a comment if you want to, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, and as always, my friends, stay sane, peace.
Hey guys, D-Man here. Just remind you to like, comment, and share this video. And also, subscribe to my channel by clicking this thing right here, or going down there and clicking the subscribe button, especially if you're on cell phone or tablet. Remember, stay sane, my friends.